And now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp.
When you want to be a better problem solver, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/worldrecord today to get 10% off your first month.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/worldrecord.
Woo! It's showtime!
Oh, yeah. Oh. Suck. Get ready for Jane Fonda and Mary Steenburgen. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be a party with Virgin Steenburgen. Don't forget Keaton and Fonda, and they're going in a Honda. They drive from New England down to Tampa Bay to see Tom Brady.
Don't you wanna see that movie? With a bunch of old women, oh yeah. I guess people like movies with grannies.
Oh, great grannies, honestly.
Yeah.
At this rate, they're probably a great grandma, don't you think? My grandma was like 70-something. She was already a great grandma.
Oh. Yeah, I'm never going to be a great grandparent.
No, not unless...
Marley starts having kids when she's like 10 or 15, I guess. I guess if our kids have kids, like if Marley has a kid when she's 16 and then her kid has a kid when they're 16, then I could be a great grandparent.
Oh, shit. Okay, but wait, that's like... How many years is that?
32 years from now.
And then you'll be pretty
like
old.
80. That's fine for being a great grandparent, 80-year-old great grandparent.
Yeah, that's not bad. I told
There
you,
are people.
I told you about a friend that I had in college,
Who's a
or when I
great
was getting my
grandparent?
teaching credential, who said that her mom was retired and she had taught for 30
Oh my
years.
God,
She was
that's
like
so
27. No,
difficult.
listen.
So her mom, did she go to special school?
No, listen to this. So she was like 25 or something, and she said, my mom's retired. She taught for 30 years. I'm like, how old is your mom that she has taught for 30 years and
Yeah.
has been retired? Oh, she's 80. I'm like, what? Oh, yeah, they had me when I was, they had me, they were really old. They were like 55. And her dad was close
Damn.
to 60. And her dad died when she was like 17.
Damn.
Because he was like 85 when
What a
she died. I
loser.
was just like,
Don't
that's
say any
not
bad words.
okay. If you're that old, don't have a kid.
Don't say any bad words for the algorithm.
Like Jeff Gold, you said a bad word. You said SNATCH.
That's not a bad word. That's fine.
But listen, if you're Jeff
Algorithm's not gonna
Goldblum,
get
don't
that.
have a kid at 60.
Mick Jagger just had a
on.
kid. He's like 70-something.
That is crazy.
Mick
I asked my
Jagger-
dad that. I'm like, wouldn't it be crazy if you had a newborn? Some people do that.
So,
And he's like, I'd like to
fine.
introduce you to someone. I'm like, what?
and then he
My
pulled
new
a baby
baby
out of his
brother.
ass.
Yeah, I got a baby brother.
Let's see. Mick Jagger. So Devereaux Jagger is 5.
Devereaux.
Devereaux.
Okay. Is that his youngest?
Son of Mick Jagger and American ballerina Melanie Hamrick, 35.
Oh.
Mick Jagger's 77.
Oh.
Or maybe 78. This is
Oh.
2021.
Imagine making love to a 70-year-old
To Mick Jagger?
man.
Mick Jagger's still sexy.
No, he's not. He's wrinkles. He's
No,
one
he
giant
looks
wrinkle.
good.
No, he doesn't. He does not.
Look, they're a cute couple.
He's so old. He's so old. Ugh. Look at how clean her
4-year-old
face
son.
looks and tight it looks. And
Yeah,
Next to
because
him.
she gets that Mick Jagger money. She goes to the facial place, goes, give me that $10,000 treatment where you microabrasion Korean foreskins all over my face.
what?
Yeah, that's
Korean
what people do. And give me some adrenochrome too.
Well, then why isn't he getting any adrenochrome?
He does. How do you think he dances around? He's 80 years old. He's dancing around 2 hours a night, running around on stage.
Are they on tour still?
They never stopped touring. They took like 2 days off when their drummer died.
Their
They
drummer died?
replaced that son of a bitch so quickly.
Well, they got to make money somehow. They're not making new music. I mean, do they need money?
They don't need money.
But it's like one of those things where if they stop touring, he'll probably die. You know, like old people that have worked their whole life and then they stop working and then they die like 2 weeks later. It's like my uncle.
When he stopped touring with the Rolling Stones.
He was their roadie.
Hillary Clinton gets some adrenochrome from kids.
Oh, I remember this.
All the Democrats have all those kids in the basement of ping pong pizza. Oh, yeah. Oh, the politicians found the fountain of youth and it's in kids' blood. Oh, yeah.
That's what happens in the Dr.
Oh,
Sleep movie.
yeah. Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton's body count. Oh, yeah.
There's no basement in Comic Ping Pong because the guy who owns it said there's no basement.
Adrenochrome keeps the Democrats feeling young, yeah. We gotta record that song. I think that could be a hit.
That's the one you did with Doug Pound.
I know, but we only started. We never did an official recording. I was thinking about it the other day
Oh.
when I was walking the dog, picking up its shit, throwing the shit on the roof of Mathnasium.
I just haven't been picking up her poop lately, depending on where it is. Across the street in that house that they sold, where it's just, the grass is just overgrown. It's like Jumanji in there.
All right, just
Someone pick it up.
keep making excuses. You still going?
What's
to hell.
worse, not picking up dog shit or throwing it on top of a building to be found melted?
It's not. So what? Number one, all of it is biodegradable. It probably goes away quicker with the sun beating down on the biodegradable plastic bags, and dog shit is like.
Dog shit never goes away. That's
Yes, it
the
does.
problem. No, it doesn't. It turns
When it
white.
rains like this, it melts into the soil. So what? I threw a bag of dog shit on
and
the
then it's
roof
gonna
of the
like
Mathnasium.
leak into the
Oh,
vent or something. It's
I
gonna
just
smell like
cursed.
dog poop.
No, it's not. What are you talking about?
It is. That's
Oh yeah, the vent. There's a vent on the roof. You're so annoyingly dumb. That's what's annoying.
There's nothing that leads from the inside to the outside via the roof, like not sort of a vent or like a fan or something for airflow.
What's the new Diane Keaton? Is Diane Keaton in both of those movies?
I think
she's
Jane
in both.
Fonda is.
I think Diane Keaton's in both of them. Book Club, the next.
Wait, I sent a picture.
Dude, I watch. This is a good one to watch if you folks want to watch a real confusing piece of crap movie. Mac and Rita. It's let's see, we'll find a trailer here. Mac and Rita. It's where like a 25-year-old influencer turns into Diane Keaton somehow. She goes into a tanning bed.
Oh right, you never told me really how it ends. How she gets back out of there. Wait, I was gonna look for.
here.
It's me.
Ma'am, I'm serious. Okay. One more move and you get an eyeful
her-
of pepper.
It's me, Mac.
I grew up always feeling like I was an older woman trapped in the body of a little girl. I wrote a book,
Matt, if you're not getting paid for something, it's a hobby, and hobbies are disgusting.
and I did my darndest to keep my inner old gal to myself.
Yes, we get
Everybody in this movie is
If we
annoying.
all lie down
Girl's
and
pretty.
did a past life regression.
What? You should go do it. We'll just meet back up at the house.
Welcome. Lay down, Moonchild, and think about who you want to be.
I hate the way it's edited.
70-year-old woman trapped in the body of a 30-year-old who just needs a minute to rest. Oh my God! Somebody help me! This is not me!
So you were
So
thinking
it's-
about old lady stuff and then you turned into one. So he should be able to turn you back into you.
Where did he go?
I love that. Always happens.
never gonna
Closet.
find him.
That always happens in these movies. I mean, I guess it's like
There's like
how
a
else is there a
magic
movie? But
genie.
it's like they just disappear and you have to figure out how
Well,
to
this
find
is
them.
a twist on the body switch movies where there's no switch. She just turned like there's no old lady in a young girl's body. It's just a young girl.
They should
and
have
an
done
old lady.
that though. That would have been more fun.
I think that would have maybe been more fun, but then I guess I don't know. Nothing about this movie really makes sense. And like as
Does
somebody
she turn back to 30?
Yes, of course she does.
How? She has to
She
accept the
finds
fact that she's old.
What's the guy's name? Mac or
Simon Rex. I like him.
He plays some kind of like guru guy in a tent in the middle of the desert when they're in Palm Springs, and they're celebrating her
Bachelorette or something.
one of her diverse group of friends' bachelorette party, and she's going to be married. And there's like a whole big one of the big conflicts in the movie is like so this girl, this 30-year-old, turns into a crazy old lady, and she's super old. And that's another sad thing is like, I guess Diane Keaton is famous for being kind of a spaz. Like that was her whole charm with Woody Allen moves. She's like, whoa, whoa.
Their arms are always
she's always like kind of flailing, like, whoa.
Her hair is
so that's like her signature move.
Yeah.
The manic pixie dream girl
is that what they call her? So she is too old to it's really
it's
sad.
Not
like
cute.
there's
like
one
there's something wrong with her.
It's sad.
Yeah.
There's like a whole big scene where she goes to a yoga place, which is in our neighborhood.
Right.
And she's like, the whole thing is like, oh, she's getting like wrapped up in the, it's like an old, this fish out of water lady doesn't know how to use.
But it's
which
like,
is weird because she would know. Yeah, I guess, yeah. So that doesn't make sense. But
it would it would be funnier if it was like she was really good at it and everyone's like, oh my God.
Well, the thing is,
good.
Diane Keaton is so old, she can't move, she moves like an 80-year-old woman. And so like the whole, having like a whole big scene that's a physical comedy was one of the saddest things I've ever seen, because it's like, you just see her like, oh, and you could tell it's like a struggle just for her to be holding these like ropes for a second, and they show that, and then it cuts to like some stunt person like doing a backflip, but it's like you could see the parts when it's obviously her. It's like, ooh, it seems like it hurts for her to just be standing the way she is.
She probably has arthritis, and,
of course,
and a hip replacement.
But I'm saying, well, don't make a physical comedy scene with a woman who needs to be in a wheelchair. And then her friend, one of the big conflicts is, so this 30-year-old girl turns into an old woman, takes it pretty well.
Yeah.
Isn't like completely having a breakdown, losing her mind the whole imagine you wake up and you're 90 and you'd be like, what do I do? You wouldn't be able to function.
50 years
You'd
of my life.
like Xanax constantly. So she's handling it pretty well. And then she misses her friend's rehearsal dinner for her stupid wedding. And her friend's just kind of like, I don't even know like who you are anymore. Like, it's like, bitch, she just turned 70 2 days ago. Like, cut her some slack. She's always been there for you.
I don't know who you are anymore. You were
say,
30 and now you're 70. And I'm taking that personally.
Yeah. It's like you said, she's always been like the best friend. Like, she fucked up once.
Yeah.
When she had a catastrophic life event. It's so stupid. But the thing is, like, as somebody who's like pitched and sold things in this town and like have, for multiple reasons, don't get things made, you see some steaming pile of bull dookie.
Well, you know what was interesting?
Like this, and you're like, who's this even
I'm going to
for?
tell you something.
Now, a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. A-Train, we go to therapy.
Yeah, we do. We love therapy. I think therapy's great. I go to therapy on my own. I have a therapist. I feel so much better after talking with her. And we go together as a couple, and it definitely helps us work through our issues, helps us unload stress, helps us heal emotionally, it helps with some anxiety and depression during these difficult times.
These unprecedented times, therapy comes in handy.
Totally.
Especially if you're like in a rut, and if you want to be a better problem solver or figure things out, just sitting in a room or saying it online over Zoom to somebody, or on the phone if you don't want to see someone face to face, just kind of hearing yourself say things out loud helps you fix some problems.
Yeah, when you want to be a better problem solver, therapy can get you there. Visit BetterHelp.com/worldrecord today to get 10% off your first month.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/worldrecord.
Now, back to our program.
So I have a job part-time reading scripts, basically, and giving coverage. And
Some of them suck hard. Some of them I'm like, I could see an audience that would like this. It's not the best script. It's not the newest. You know, it's like I've read this movie before. I've seen this
It'd
movie
be good
before.
for some like Midwest fat whale.
Yeah, like there's one where it's like a Marine guy with his teenage daughter, and they like, you know, he's a veteran and he lost his arm or whatever, and they're struggling to connect, and his wife died, and then they like get stranded you know, they crash their car or whatever, and they have to get out. So it's like, okay, I've seen a survival movie before, but that's kind of like, I could see where people would see that. Anyway, but then some really suck and you have to give them low scores. I got an email from the lady who hired me and is like, hey, this person is a friend of, she gave me some name I'm assuming is like the you know, VP of the company or whatever, the president of the company. Can you be easier on this script? Because it's like a friend. I said, okay. So it's like, okay, so this movie's going to get made because I'm supposed to say it's good even though it's not that good? That's how things like that get passed. Is that what she said?
But so is it not that good?
It was fine. I mean, it was based on a memoir of a guy that like...
Dude, I wrote a memoir.
He walked across, halfway across the country raising money for foster kids. Like he had a really hard childhood. So it's like, okay, yeah, that seems like it could be a good movie. I mean, the script wasn't very good.
Bad.
The script wasn't good, but I said it was good because she asked me to.
Sounds boring.
No, it's actually very. It was okay.
Is the guy? Is he a diverse type of guy?
No, he's a country singer.
He's a country. Oh well, that's you got to go the other way. Either go country singer or diversity. That's all there is now.
That's what I mean. People would see it. I mean, the script was fine.
Okay, so Mac and Rita trailer.
But I'm saying that person is probably a friend of someone.
Well, no. Diane Keaton has enough. Like somebody crunched some kind of numbers. Diane Keaton probably is still like a legacy hire kind of thing where it's like she wants to produce a movie. That like
did she produce this?
Of course. She's got 20 paychecks for this thing because she's the only reason anybody would go see it, which is even still minimal.
Weird.
Like her fan base is mostly dead. They're mostly dead.
My friend from college likes her a lot and probably would go see it.
Whatever. Your friend's annoying. She likes her a lot because she's trying to act like she likes Woody Allen. No, I don't even know who your friend is. And that's fine. Maybe she would go see it. That's what I'm confused about is like, okay, so this 80-year-old lady who has half of her fan base is dead. The quarter of her fan base doesn't give a shit about movies anymore.
Yeah.
Like if you loved Woody Allen in New York.
Their eyes probably don't even work. I mean, think about that. They don't even have eyes that work.
I guess it's just, it's odd that like, like, you know, I'm sure Diane Keaton has like some even older agent who only handles her and like Jane Fonda probably and Lily Tomlin.
Well, that's who's in the new. That's who's in the Tom Brady one.
It's like there's an old
Field.
bitch resurgence now.
And Rita Moreno.
Oh yeah, get some Diane Lane in there. Here's my fantasy old bitch threesome: Diane Lane and who's that other bitch?
Carla Gugino.
Carla Gugino.
Who is not old. She's like 45.
That's over the hill for me. I do Dalia numbers.
You know who you like too? You know who you like
I do Dalia numbers.
You know who you like too? Linda Cardellini, who was in that Bloodline show that you liked. She was in that Bloodline show that you liked.
Was she in that Freaks and Geeks?
Yes.
Yeah, she's holding up.
She looks good too.
Who's another old bitch? I used to like Wendy Malick, but she's too over the hill now. Oh,
wait,
she's also
what's
in.
An old
she's
bitch?
in
Let me
that
see how
old.
That bitch is.
Wendy Malick's 70 something. She's in the Mac and Rita movie.
Oh.
So there's also like a gaggle of old bitches in Mac and Rita that Diane Keaton like hangs out with.
Yeah,
somehow.
Linda Cardellini's 47. Like that's not that old. No, it's not.
Well, hello.
Oh yeah, and then
Aunt Rita.
There's a kissing scene between old ass Diane Keaton and a young guy too.
That's weird.
Get off your phone.
How does that work? Then she turns young, and then they still like each other.
And it's that's a problem too that we were joking around watching it. I'd be like, well,
wait a second, but so you liked me when I was 70? Like, are you into grannies?
Well, that's the guy who'd be like, damn, I would totally date you, but I have like a fetish for old bitches now.
And it's like,
he's I Frenched some like 70-year-old. Here, let's just finish Mac and Rita, and then we'll play the other two.
Cheese when Mac's out
of town. We have some important calls to make.
This is Max
from the producers of Book Club. So they're putting that in there now. They re-edited the trailer.
Listen, no, there's the one we saw a trailer for is Book Club 2. So there's a Book Club 1.
Holy shit. Are you kidding
never
me?
Even heard of. No, I'm not kidding you.
How often do you ladies
From the
meet
producer
for
of
your
Book
wine
Club, Diane Keaton.
Yeah,
He produced this and produced
So
that.
there must be, again, so this is Book Club 2?
Yes.
You're kidding me. We got to have a movie marathon.
With our friends, Brendan and Courtney.
Yeah. So here's the rest of Mac and Rita. So there's Wendy Malick, and then these two like character actor
Sometimes
ladies.
we spend the weekend.
One of them seems really old. Oh, there's the devil's, the witch's finger.
Matt, you are scheduled to cover the Pilates event. Post pictures. If people see you at a party, they will think you're fun.
Here's her.
And let's reset.
That's her Pilates
These
scene.
pocket
If you're watching the
photo
videos,
albums are
you
my
can see
job
the
these
trailer.
days. I get paid to post pictures.
What?
Wow, looking good, Aunt Rita.
So this is another annoying thing.
No,
It's
I'm
like,
not into you. You
She
thought it was
read
bad.
so anyway, yeah, Diane Keaton's like, I need to produce a new movie. Book Club broke even, so we're good. Or whatever. Book Club maybe made like, maybe that's, they released this shit around Mother's Day and it's like, get mom that fucking DVD of Book Club. We don't know what this old bitch likes. Get her some estrogen pills. So she's like, get me some scripts, and she reads this script, and it's like in her old head. She's like, well, it's about influencers and Instagram. I mean, that seems right?
Yeah,
And
that's
she's
what
bouncing this off. Her sounding boards are other 80-year-old women like, oh yeah, my grandson does that.
Yeah, and
That
her
sounds
old
something good.
agent and the old.
Her old agent
all
is
the
like,
old
listen,
people in
social
charge.
Social media is king.
Our old president was like, yes, this is a movie I would like to watch.
Joe Biden was like, come on, man, go see Book Club 2. God damn it.
Look, fat.
Look, fat. Go see Book Club 2. You're looking at a long, dark winter of death and sickness if you don't get vaccinated.
I wish Vic Berger would make more videos of him. He doesn't really make videos so much anymore. I guess he's busy with.
Yeah, he only
hours.
does Trump and stuff. It's very one-sided. With
Well,
that,
he used
that
to do
crew
fun
over
ones
there.
about Biden. which I
Every
thought
now and
was
then,
fun.
but he doesn't want to besmirch their
king.
hero, the stolen valor president. Biden definitely stole
valor?
that. He stole that election, 100%. You're telling me the most popular president, whether like him or not.
It's not that he's the most
guy
popular.
with the guy with the most energized fan base lost
Oh,
to
I
a guy
know.
that
That's-
nobody liked.
He just quit.
And
that
everybody's
really
argument
pissed me
is
off.
like people were just voting against Trump. No, 80 million people didn't fucking do that.
They could have.
I doubt it.
He ignites.
I voted for
much
Kanye,
hate.
bitch, and I'll do it again.
It's crazy. Like, could you get on the ballot? I mean,
No.
what does it take?
It takes
A lot of
having a long bloodline, reptilian bloodline,
Kanye West was on the ballot.
with running with someone else, and yeah, I guess he got himself on there.
That's what I mean. So can't
But he
you
would
do
never
it?
get elected.
It doesn't matter. Wouldn't it be cool if your name was on the ballot when
Let's
everyone
do it
goes
then.
to vote?
How do we do it? Okay, so
Jesus.
we won't. Yeah, it would be cool if my name was on the ballot.
Yes, it would. I could vote for you for president.
You can
But
write
you don't
it
think
in.
that's cool?
Yes, but I don't know how you get on there. And also, that would get me on some
should
list.
call the White House.
I'd be locked up in a minute. They would just be like, lock this guy up.
Why? Because I voted for you?
No, they would just be like, he's a little rabble rouser. He thinks he's cute. Lock him up.
I'd be a good
Throw him in
president. I'd
Guantanamo
be a
Bay.
good president. I'd be like,
No, you wouldn't.
happy birthday,
Well, who are you singing to?
Mr.
But
Oh,
you said you're the
myself.
president.
Oh,
yeah.
I would be a good president.
We should call someone and say we have Marilyn Monroe here. Okay, hold on. Let's finish these trailers. Do people want to hear these trailers?
No,
do you
probably
think?
not.
Everything that's happening for you right
Okay,
now
so
is because you're showing the world who you are.
she shows her real self shines through when she's
Because
an old
she's
bitch.
old.
And she becomes a popular old lady influencer.
Okay, but then wait. I'm confused. Why did she say her name's Rita? Just because she had to make up a name?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. And then, so then when she turns back to being young, what
just
happens to
normal
Rita? She's
again.
like, Rita died or?
Rita
she
went
got
back.
AIDS?
She was visiting. She was watching her apartment. My aunt is watching. Oh, I'm so-and-so's aunt. And the thing is, it's funny too, because when we were watching it, the girl who plays young Diane Keaton is like, it's like, oh, okay, I guess she's like some producer's daughter or something. Like, there's nothing really that interesting about her where you're like, she should star in a movie. But she's like pretty enough. but also it's like she's not a good actor. And then we realized, oh, she's trying to act like Diane Keaton.
Right.
So
that
when
it-
she
it
turns into
makes
Diane
sense.
Keaton, she's got like, so it's so weird.
She was in that show You. She was in the first season of that show You. That was
Okay.
That was real.
I mean, she's
popular.
pretty enough, but it's
Yeah, she's
kind of
pretty.
like, not, you're not like, oh, I want to see, I'm interested. She's got something special.
She's got that thing. She got that
Okay, here we go.
factor.
80
I want to see what she does.
80 for Brady. This is another old bitch movie.
Okay, yeah. Wait, can I see it?
Can you shut up?
Can I see it?
So this is a
You've
bad
seen it
sign right
before.
off the bat. The trailer is making it like a Monday Night Football thing.
Okay, that's interesting. Maybe
No, that's a sign that you got a bad movie.
it's coming out in February.
Now it's time for the 80 for Brady starting lineup.
Lily Tomlin, Wayne State University.
Rita Moreno, PS 132.
Sally Field, Birmingham High School.
Jane Fonda, college dropout.
The 80 for Brady trailer starts in 3, 2,
Game's about to start. Oh,
There's Tom.
oh what a beautiful man.
I like Gronkowski.
We know, Trish. We've all read your Gronk erotica.
It's not erotica. It's fan fiction. Very sexy fan fiction.
Aren't you tired of the same old boring lives? Let's go to the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl is no place for 4 old women.
This could be Tom's last one. He's almost 40. That's like 80 in people years.
Yeah, we're 80 in people years.
I just really need this trip.
I mean,
I
Jane
can't
Fonda's
believe
hair
we're
is
actually
crazy.
here.
Taken this one.
Inspired by a true story.
So you don't have any tickets?
How much for 4?
10,000.
10,000?
Well, I have a 20 in my strap-on.
That's a fanny pack.
If you wear it like this, it's a strap-on.
Wow.
Sally Field looks good though.
It is so great to meet you. Beauty has no expiration date.
Trish, I
Who's that
didn't
guy?
flirt. He did.
There's so much here to do. We could even win these tickets.
Dude, she just dabbed. She stole your move.
I could use a little space.
Oh, Guy Fieri.
I know her.
If you black out, who you want me to call?
An ambulance?
Ow! If you did this to give us something to
February. So maybe we can do a bootleg. Oh, could we do a live stream
We
bootleg
could
from the theater?
record
Oh, we'd
ourselves
probably-
talking about it.
in the theater.
Sure.
I bet if you went,
If we went
Actually,
early.
I don't know.
Oh,
Early is
yeah.
old people. We'll try to figure
It's
that out.
old people.
Okay, then here's book club 2.
I would see that though. That's kind of cute. Sally Field is the only one who looks and sounds like a real.
Candace Bergen is in this one, and Mary Steenburgen.
She looks good, Candace
It's like a
Bergen.
really great novel. You
She
never know
looks
what the next
okay.
chapter will bring.
Hello.
Yeah,
One question.
Jane
what's the-
Fonda
Wait, let me see, let me
looks
see.
like a totally different person in this one. Like her
Than
face
in the other
is-
one?
Yeah, she got her face run over by a steamroller or
Oh
some
my
shit.
God, you're engaged?
Look at all their asses,
It
too.
was last night.
I mean, why wear such tight clothes?
The book says we can't reject our destiny. And I think we should all go to Italy.
Italy.
We might never have a chance to do
So we got to watch Book Club 1. All right, that's enough of the trailer.
I love Mary
So listen,
Steenburgen.
folks, if you like old bitch movies, you got Mac and Rita, Book Club 1.
And
now,
then soon,
coming
Book Club
next
2,
month, Book Club 2.
Soon, 80 for Brady.
80 for Brady. You should take, because Book Club 2 comes out on Mother's Day, you should take your mom to see that on Mother's Day.
Okay,
And have
Marley
a
was
hidden-
excited. Marley was like, Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah, because we went and saw, here's something, no cap. We saw Puss in Boots with our daughter, and
Brendan
it's
loved it.
great.
It's really
I
good.
loved it. I thought it was so good. And we saw it in 3D too. So take a tiny little bit of an edible.
That's why I was going to say I think you liked it a lot because you were high. I mean, it's good. It's hands down good.
The 3D is really good. The art and animation is really cool. So like that, those two things, that's like you got a huge
you
head
yelling?
start there. I'm hosting a show.
Just saying you're blowing out.
Well, it's always blown out. It's every episode I sound
Well,
blown
how come
out.
I sound nice?
I don't know.
I
I
got a
don't
voice
know.
like butter. Anyway, we really liked Puss in Boots. Brendan especially because he was rolling off his ass, eating candy, eating popcorn.
No, I wasn't. I didn't eat anything, and the animation and the 3D is like the 3D technology.
So smooth.
Is like through the roof now. It's so good, and so those two things right there are That's
The
and then
voice
also
acting is really
the
good.
The script, it's funny. Like
really
it is
funny.
really funny. And like John Mulaney's guy is really funny. Such a weird, gross character.
He just like lets everybody die. He's so awful.
Yeah, it's definitely like you don't have to have kids to go see that. I would go, and listen, I probably wouldn't. If I didn't have kids, even no matter how many people told me that it was good, I probably wouldn't go see it.
Yeah.
But if you're somebody who's a little more open to suggestion and you like to get high and you like to go see 3D movies, it's definitely,
IMAX.
you don't
Isn't
need a
it in
kid.
IMAX?
I don't know. If
I thought it
is.
was an IMAX 3D.
Shit, we should have gone to see it in IMAX.
I thought you said we were going to see it in IMAX 3D. You were like, you want to see Puss in Boots IMAX 3D?
I don't know. I said
must have
3D.
been
No,
joking.
real 3D, it said. It didn't say IMAX 3D. Maybe they had
Well, I'll
an
go
IMAX.
see it again with my dad anyway. I don't know if he likes
Okay.
3D.
Let's call. Well, now what are we doing? We were talking about those Siamese twins from the 90s.
I wasn't talking about them. You were talking about them.
Well, because we have an announcement to make.
Oh, yeah. I'm pregnant with Siamese twins.
Hold on. I need to.
See, I don't think it's good to joke about that because if I get pregnant again, it's going to be Siamese twins. I'm going to be punished for making a joke out of something like that.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
If I
It's showtime!
can you get an abortion if you're going to have Siamese twins? Would
Let's
you?
call it abortion clinic.
Would you? No, that's not funny. That's not funny.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I don't give
No,
an F.
let's not.
Let's
Let's not prank call an abortion.
I'm
clinic.
edgy. I'm calling an abortion
You know
clinic.
what? That's a good like children's hospital thing, an abortion clinic.
We
I
have
feel
an
like
announcement to make.
That's a fun way to prank a guest.
We have an announcement to make. A-Train is pregnant
I'm
with
not-
Siamese twins, and we need
a lot of money.
10,000
My
patrons.
insurance isn't going to cover
It's
a
not gonna
delivery
cover
with
it.
Siamese twins, so we need about 20,000.
And we can't do a
We can't do a GoFundMe.
we can't do a GoFundMe. I'm banned from GoFundMe for making joke GoFundMes.
So it would be awesome if you guys could just get us 20 grand.
Everybody listening, join the Patreon now, and get 10 more people.
You know what I would do if I were a famous podcast like Come Town for whatever reason that show is
probably
popular. I would do 50 cents of your donation goes to the World Record Podcast. We can make
if
a lot of
you're-
money that
well,
way.
yeah, we got to talk to your mom's house and stuff and say, hey,
We
can we
do.
get a 10% of your profits?
Not even like 10 cents.
No, this is the year that this podcast becomes huge.
We're not getting fired.
I just need
are
your
we?
cooperation.
I walked in and I thought, oh God, they're going to tell us we're off the network.
Why?
I just had that sense of like, like I getting in trouble at school. Like the teacher's looking at you, or like the principal's like, and you just know it's coming.
Well, that's how I feel. Now you know how I felt my whole life.
That sucks.
Okay, let's call a place and see if they have horse meat.
Okay.
And then we need to call people and tell them we didn't brush our teeth.
All right.
And then we need to find out the Siamese twins.
I'll find out what about them. I'm not calling an abortion clinic. That's crazy.
Yes, you are. I'm calling. Here we go. Abby and Brittany Hensel.
At the head? What if the Siamese boys join at the penis?
That's happened to me. That's why my penis has a
That's
head.
why it's so small?
That's why it has teeth and hair.
What are you going to say, Aaron?
They're not called Siamese anymore because Siam doesn't exist. It's Thailand now.
Well, I call them Siamese.
Conjoined twins.
Okay, thanks PC police. Thanks woke police.
Well, I was thinking
They're
I'm
always
like,
going to be Siamese to me.
I think the cat. Where did Siamese twins come from? The first one was from
They were from Siam, from what was then called Siam.
Oh, like in
Thai.
Big Fish. Ever see Big Fish?
I saw Big Fish.
Bob Hope. That's what they say.
No, don't.
That's what they say in it. They're like, he's like, I'll take you to America. Come with me. And they're like, we're gonna meet Bob Hope.
Abby, oh my God.
What are you
Seeing them,
doing?
like driving a car.
I don't know if I want to watch it. Is it gonna make me feel weird?
I think we're good drivers, but we have 2 licenses, and when we got our driver's license, we each had to take the test.
It's just a two-headed girl, really.
That's crazy.
When
I
we
think
drive,
one maybe
Abby
controls
gets
one
control
side.
of the gas and the brakes, and then we both steer, obviously. And then I'm in charge of
I remember them.
Yeah.
the blinker.
So they share one body.
They have one body.
That's crazy.
One cooter.
That's remember there was
I think
a movie.
they both had separate boyfriends.
There was a movie in with Matt Damon where they're conjoined twins that get separated.
Stuck on You.
Yeah, it's
That's
a Farrelly
probably
Brothers
not-
movie. And that's actually really funny because it was him and Greg Kinnear, and there's a lot of, or they at least call attention to it because Greg Kinnear's like 10 years older than Matt Damon or 15 years older. And they make jokes about he's just like, well, you have the liver. That's why I look like shit.
I've never seen it.
It's a Farrelly Brothers movie. You would like it.
I probably would. I love Dumb and Dumber. It's like the funniest movie ever.
Let's see here.
That's why I look like shit. That is funny.
I just remember thinking that was funny because I think when I first saw the commercials, I was like, well, he's like 15 years older than him. Like they don't even.
Yeah, they don't even. Yeah, I mean those girls look almost the same. That's funny though that they
They look like
talk
they're the
at
same age.
time.
The women who share a body.
No, I mean their face looks almost exactly the same. Obviously, they're twins.
Yeah, they're super twins. Dude, wouldn't it be crazy? We should.
Are they still
we
alive?
should pitch this to. Let's see. We should pitch this to the Sklar brothers. Make them be conjoined. Make a movie where they're conjoined.
Yeah, they would probably think that's good. I see one of them walking around the reservoir all the time.
Yeah, he lives over by us.
He always like looking at me. I'm like, I'm not gonna say I know you, dude, because I don't. So stop acting like that. Should I say that to him?
You know, we've mutually made believe we didn't see each other before. I get it.
But it's like I don't know you. And
well,
you're not that
I know them
famous.
okay to say hi, but it's like we really don't like know each other that well, and
I'm saying me by myself.
I know, and I'm saying that I
He has
see him a
this
lot,
thing about
and
him.
we've like mutually where I'm like, oh, I know he saw me, and he probably knows I saw him, but it's like neither one of us want to talk, like,
Yeah, you're on
because
a
it's
walk,
all
you're
very
exercising.
surface conversation, like, hey, how's it going? Like, it's like we don't, our lives aren't really intertwined with anything.
Well, they are because I see that mother father walking around the reservoir.
Abby and Brittany studied education at Bethel University, and they both graduated in 2012. They currently work as teachers at an elementary school in New Brighton, Minnesota. The twins teach 4th and 5th grades with a concentration in math. So that's one thing that I always...
That's
and it's
cute.
It's kind of sad
Good for
because
them.
like they're very... And obviously, like, I guess they were teenagers or whatever in the 90s, so you have all that going on too. But their whole thing was about how like different and independent they were, and it's just kind of like, okay, like,
I
oh,
know,
you go to
like, what can
one
you
college
do?
and she goes to another college. That seems really convenient. Like, and then it's like they both like, the poor school administrators like, yeah, I guess we give them 2 fucking paychecks. I don't know. What do we do? What do we
They're
do?
two separate because they have 2 separate.
Well, what are they
brains.
running back and forth
It's an
like
interesting-
Peter Brady on a
it's an
date?
It's an interesting.
When he booked 2 dates at once?
It's an interesting philosophical conundrum, right? It's like, are they 2 separate people because they have 2 separate brains? It's
Do
like
they
the
have
brain
2
in a vat.
souls?
It's like the brain in a vat.
We can ask the butcher shop if they think Siamese twins have 2 souls. All right, let's
Poor
see. here.
Siamese twins.
Conjoined.
Are there that many? Well, now they can separate them.
The woke police have spoken over there. It's
Haven't you
conjoined.
seen like my friend Sophia always sends me people who are all born all crazy and because she thinks it's funny. Kind of like Johnny Ryan sends you gross stuff.
Yeah.
And then I get videos suggested to me where it's like people that like don't have any. It's just like a torso.
Marley
How
drew a
does that-
picture of, she was like, it's like, and it took me a minute to realize, she's like, oh, and see how like his arms are short because he's at the doctor's office or whatever. And I
Oh,
was like,
from
"What?"
the Shriners?
From that Shriners commercial with the kid with the...
But maybe it is good to so that it's
it's fine.
Desensitizes.
Well, but
her a little
it's
bit.
also 5-year-olds, like there was some dude with a fucked up nose.
Well, she's okay. Yeah. Some old guy when we were walking through Barnes
He
and
wasn't
Noble.
that old. He had some kind of disease on his on his nose. His nose was
I didn't
giant
see
and
it.
bumpy.
I didn't see it.
And she was like, "Mommy, did you see the bumps on that guy's nose?"
No,
And
she
like,
goes,
right-
we get, it's like we walk past him to get on the or on the escalator, and she's like, Mommy, did you see his nose? I'm like, shh.
Because we were going right past. She didn't realize
can
the
hear
like
you.
the physics of how the escalator
Yeah,
was
we're right behind him.
there. Because we walked 10 feet.
Poor thing, and I could tell that she
felt bad.
She did,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's good. That those are the
We
moments.
have a very good she knows empathy and
yeah, because of me.
No, because of me.
You are not an empath.
I'm the most empathetic.
We're gonna ask if Siamese twins have souls.
Well, but first we're going to ask about horse meat. I got a couple questions for you, jerky.
He's a real jerk.
All right, well.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, a business doesn't have a phone. Go online. We're trying desperately we are doing our part to destroy small businesses too. As a small business, we're making
it impossible
totally
for you to
impossible.
shop there.
So just go to Amazon. We know you put in the time. You tried to avoid it, but here we are. If you're a small business, get away. Get rid of. Hi, how's it going? This is you got this a butcher shop?
Yes, it is.
Great. My wife, we're having a big gathering. My wife she wants some meats from her homeland. Do you have horse meat? My wife's on the phone.
Yeah, hi. I have some family visiting from Russia, and they were. I was going to make them some, a traditional Russian dish, and I was wondering if you have any horse meat.
Horse meat? No, it's not available in California.
You can't have that in California at all?
Oh, no.
Why not?
Why
That's
not?
illegal.
But we eat it in my homeland. We eat it.
And what's the difference between a cow and a horse, really, besides one runs fast?
Yeah, good question. No.
And don't all those
horse
horses
meat.
die when they're running around the racetrack and they break their arm? Don't they shoot them if they have a broken arm?
Can we eat one of those?
Can we eat one of those?
Yeah, but they use for meals for the dogs.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, they make meals on the dogs.
well then why
They make
can't
dog food out of horse meat?
Yeah.
But why not people food?
It's the rice in California is very tough.
Oh, is it because there's
They don't want us to
ivermectin?
use no kangaroo, no rattlesnake, no bear.
What?
No, what is the other one?
Cats,
What was that one,
dogs.
Yeah, no cats or dogs, obviously.
No, huh?
No cats or dogs, right?
Moose and elk.
Moose and elk.
What? You can't eat moose or
Joe
elk?
Rogan eats elk.
Why can't you eat
we have elk, no moose.
Oh, no moose.
Bison you can eat.
What about bison?
Yeah, we have.
You have that?
Yeah, alligator is okay. We have.
What?
Ooh.
You
wild
can eat an
boar, yeah,
alligator and you can't eat a damn horse. Give me a break.
Yeah, that's right.
What about frogs?
Fried leg we have. Fried leg, yeah.
Ooh.
Wait, what does alligator taste like?
Alligators, well, you got to
Li-
fry
little
it.
fishy.
Little
Little
fishy.
fishy.
Yeah. I've had
Ew.
alligator in Florida. They cook it. They have. There's a restaurant. They deep fry alligator chunks.
Ew! I thought
I don't know about that one. No.
I thought you
We
can't.
only have the sirloin and the andouille sausage.
Oh, you have it in
That's all
the
we have.
sausage.
We might be able to order a whole alligator, 8-10 pounds.
That'd be good.
No, I don't want to eat an alligator.
What's the closest thing to horse that you have? Probably cow.
many?
Can you? You're banging the
No,
Sorry,
turkey.
it's not on me.
turkey.
We're making it today.
Wait, what are you making
Yeah.
today?
We're making some turkey.
Do you do the butchering?
Yes.
Oh, they're alive when you kill them?
No.
Oh.
It's
Oh,
already butchered.
you get them. They're already dead. They already got their heads chopped
But
off.
you gotta like.
Package.
But you gotta. Oh, they're already packaged. But so you don't have to cut them
Oh.
up.
Well, we have to cut them out, yes.
Yeah. He
We
cuts all the
order
bones out.
turkeys. We cut it on parts.
Yeah.
Wings, legs, drumsticks, all that good stuff.
Neck,
Breasts.
breasts. That's what I'm talking about.
Next.
So what else you got have on the menu besides the horse meat? Come on, guys. You put in the leg on me.
The alligator, I guess we could maybe
I was
get.
gonna make
We
some
have-
borscht.
Well,
We
but
got-
wait, that
we got-
brings us.
We got that.
That brings us to another question. It's more of a philosophical question that my wife has about because
Okay. What
it's
is
about Siamese.
You've heard of Siamese twins?
No, what is that?
Like Siamese conjoined twins.
Conjoined twins that are like joined at the head or at the hip, or basically two heads on one body.
You know that? Those kind of twins?
I was just wondering if there's a twin that has basically it's two heads on one body. Are there two souls?
Do Siamese twins have two souls or one soul?
Or do they share one soul? Do they even have a soul, honestly, at this point?
Because the Bible probably wouldn't even be down with Siamese twins, to be honest. They would probably think it was evil.
Yeah, they'd send them right back down.
You got that right, yeah.
So if I were to eat a horse, let's say I'm a Siamese twin, and I eat a horse, are we both going to jail?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. If only one head eats the horse meat, what happens to the other Siamese twin? Do they get in trouble too?
That's a good question.
Because Abby and Brittany, I don't know if you remember Abby and Brittany, but they both have separate teaching jobs at the same
That sounds
school.
like they teach oh yeah, they have to run back and forth between their classes.
Yeah, but they only have 2 legs.
Right.
2 heads, 2 arms, 2 legs.
Right.
So
4 breasts.
What else besides those unusual stuff?
I guess that's
I
probably
guess
it.
I didn't realize that it's illegal. You can't eat horse at all.
Yeah. I heard that in New Mexico they butcher the horses, but it's only for meal for the dogs. I don't think it's for humans.
Yeah, I've heard that
Or
they use
glue.
horse meat.
Consumption.
Oh yeah, what about glue? Don't they make glue out
Is
of
that
horses?
a real thing or is that made up?
No, it's a real thing. Let me see where. Yeah, no. Why don't you guys go online in New Mexico and see if they can ship you guys some horse meat
Okay.
for humans?
Okay. Yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta say
yeah.
it's going to be for humans.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, don't turn it into dog food.
Because if it's dogs, they probably drop it on the floor.
Wait. You have to mention that's going to be for humans. What happens when we do meals for the dogs?
Yeah.
We denaturize. We put some chocolate in it.
Yeah.
We want to make sure the good you guys don't go home and eat it.
Well, you can't put chocolate in there. Dogs can't eat chocolate.
Well, yeah, but it's for dogs.
Dogs can't eat chocolate though.
We make meals for the dogs, and we have the label has a cat and the dog. That way people don't see the picture of my guys for the animal.
Okay.
It happened before. That's what they made us do that label for the dogs and the cats.
Okay.
So if you get like a weird kind of meat like alligator or frog or something, do you have to taste
Yeah,
test
we have.
it? Do you have to eat it so that you can suggest it to the customers?
No, it's already labeled. It's already labeled for human.
But have you've eaten an alligator then?
Well, yeah, it's a clean. It goes to a slaughterhouse.
Yeah, yeah.
For the
So,
USDA.
have you
USDA.
tried? I think what she's asking is, have you tried all of the meats that you sell?
No, not everything. No.
What's the one you won't try?
The alligator and that was about it because I
Yeah.
allergies to seafood.
And then for alligator, because that's real, don't you have to beat your meat? Like if it's the alligator's very tough, right? Don't you have to tenderize it and beat the meat?
Right. It
Yeah.
is tough. Yes.
Okay.
You're right.
You have to beat the meat.
And you beat your meat?
Alligator. If you guys, I can order a whole alligator.
A whole alligator.
When you guys butcher the meat, do you guys have to choke the chicken?
No, it's already slaughtered.
What about pulled pork? Do you ever pull your pork?
Well, we sell the shoulders to make a pulled pork.
Oh, okay. And is that like beef stroganoff? Like
Yes.
moo?
Yes, like
Moo.
stroganoff. Yes.
Yeah.
The pulled pork, you cook it a whole shoulder, then you poke it. I mean, when it's cooked, you pull them out like a pulled pork.
Okay. And is that like
shoulder?
So yeah, pork shoulder.
Shoulder, yeah. Ew. Front
And
shoulder.
beef stroganoff? That's kind of like beating
The meat
your
has
meat.
been beat. Yeah, you beat the meat.
Right.
for the
Yeah, it's like
stroganoff.
beating your meat. So you beat your meat.
But you don't have to choke
Right.
the chicken, so that's.
I think the chicken.
no,
you do
no.
choke the
Everything-
chicken.
Everything that's being slaughtered, humanely slaughtered, not like a culture.
Oh, they don't.
Do you guys get?
Halal, you know, the halal is different.
Oh yeah. So
you-
they don't choke the chicken.
Yeah. Do you guys
Right,
get it
the
from
halal
like a
might do
local
it.
farm, or is it from like a big dairy farm, meat farm?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a big meat
You know
farm.
what?
And you have to lube
I
up the
can
meat
give
before you
you a-
beat it?
Huh?
Do they like lube up the meat before you beat the meat?
Lotion
Or like some kind of like
Culture,
rub
yes,
in there?
They have a culture. They have a minister. They praise the
Yeah.
animal before they got butchered.
A friend of mine used to keep
You
a
know,
stick of
halal,
butter
they
in the
call halal.
shower. because he
Halaya.
used that to beat his meat. Okay, I think that's good. Well, we're going to have to regroup here. I'm going to find a New Mexico horse farm, and then maybe we'll get back to you for some other
Go
exotic.
to New Mexico, and see.
Okay.
I think it's in Albuquerque. They have a slaughterhouse. They do the horses, but I believe they're not for humans. Used for meals for the dogs.
Okay, we'll figure it out, though.
Thank you so much for your help.
we need this
You can
for our
order
Siamese
online,
twin family.
But for us to reach out to you guys, no, it's a lot of stuff.
Okay.
We have to follow rules right here.
Yeah, I get it. That's
And
all right.
What was this? So Siamese twins, one soul or two souls? Do you think?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Okay.
For the full uncut episode, head to patreon.com/World Record Podcast. For the full uncut episode, head to patreon.com/World Record Podcast. Patreon.com/World Record Podcast.